Here's a rundown on some of our national stories for this Thursday, June the 1st, 2017. A disruptive passenger managed to ground a flight that was headed to Kuala Lumpur on Wednesday evening after he stormed the cockpit claiming that he had a bomb. Turns out that what he had was not a bomb and that the passenger himself had a history of mental illness. That didn't help, everybody on board feeling like they were about to die. However, they say it was not terrorism. In Kabul, a major bomb went off, this huge explosion rocking the diplomatic district and killing at least 80 people, some estimates saying more than 100, as much as 500 people wounded in this. In New York City, the police sergeant who shot a woman to death inside her own apartment last October has been arrested and charged with murder. Very, very rare that you see police charged with anything at all in an on-duty shooting. A charge of murder is very rare. The trial is likely to start in the next week or so. The former FBI chief Comey is prepared to spill the beans as he's going to Congress now to talk about the Russia probe, and he is expected to say that, in fact, President Trump did pressure him to end the probe about Mike Flynn. Russian companies are looking at the possibility of taking part in railway projects in Argentina, something that could be beneficial not only to those companies but also to transportation in South America in general. And a statement sent by President Trump to a gas conference going on in Baku, apparently expressing support for the Southern Gas Corridor, has led some to say that he wants to disrupt gas supplies from Russia to Europe. The outcome of the investigation on that Tu-154 military craft that went down on Christmas Day, they're saying that it was likely pilot error. That gigantic ice crack in Antarctica, I don't know if you've been following that, has now taken a major turn, and it looks like it's going to be heading out toward the sea and causing a major calving soon. Make it a gigantic iceberg. The shelf that it's on is likely to lose about 10% of its overall area. LeBron James had his L.A. home targeted with racist graffiti. This as he's starting the NBA Finals tonight. That'll be my subject of commentary today, radiofreespeech.com. And a lot of folks talking about climate change and Donald Trump pulling out of the Paris Agreement. What will that actually mean? Well, most of the other countries involved are still planning on doing their part. However, we're talking about 200 countries trying to keep the world from going up 2 degrees. And at the same time, California Governor Jerry Brown has said that his state will work with China on the climate, regardless of what the United States does. Incidentally, I don't know if you followed this whole comedian Kathy Griffin thing. She held up what looked to be a severed head of Donald Trump. She not only was slammed by fellow celebrities and people who hate Trump, but apparently also when his son saw it, Barron Trump saw the picture, he screamed, thinking that it was actually his dad. And Griffin has now been fired from CNN for pulling that little stunt. Anyway, there we have it. A little bit of our news. Make sure you check out my commentary today on racism and send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com. Oh, by the way, if you want more news, I do a 30 to 40-minute audio version, which I email to my subscribers daily. So check that out, radiofreespeech.com.